let's see where we left off. We went on a date with Wraith. Spirit tried to crash it, and then we went back to him. You just want him to degrade me. You know, Trapper is really good for anyone with a degradation kink. Hey, Farrell, what's up? Oh shoot, what's happening to my bit right there? That was wild. All right. What a fun day you've been having. I can see it written all over your face. You're shining, and that's not just the remaining anxious sweat from spending an afternoon courting a psycho killer. No, you are really feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry, I'll keep your dirty little secrets. But enough gentle ribbing. It's time to get back to business. All the appetizing singles have arrived for dinner, including Trickster. Not the degradation kink? Yes, the degradation kink. Wraith is here too. We're not going to do the gag where we cram them all on screen at the same time again, so just believe me, they're all here, and they're just as sexy and demented as you remember them. With your love on the line, everyone is being very careful not to offend you by saying the wrong thing. Congrats, by the way, on getting this far. I'm as surprised as you are that these four are falling for you. No, not because of your personality, but because you just met them yesterday. However, since Trapper seems like the biggest long shot to end up holding on to your heart, he throws caution to the wind and speaks up. Is this it? Is this where me and Trapper run away into the sunset? It's a pretty small consolation prize for being the least loved killer on Murderer's Island. No, but I love him the most! But hey, letting them have this one moment in the spotlight is the least we can do, and heaven knows they won't do any better than that. If I'm dining solo, I'm eating what I want, and you're all eating it too. Lamb shank, rare, salt, pepper, no sauces allowed, and serve it with one single piece of broccoli so Wraith won't complain. I like broccoli. Gives me horrible gas. Oh, I don't like that. Buddy, wait till you smell what the rare lamb does to my bowels. It's awesome. Oh god. Oh, I don't like Trapper anymore. Dinner will be served shortly, but certain power brokers would like to know about your day. Would you like to share your day with the rest of the group? You've had an interesting day, that's for sure, but how will you describe it to the others? Say too much or too little, and it could affect your standing with the group. Okay, but don't just sit there and say nothing. Nothing is not an option. He's so crude and brass, you want to just... Well, first off, I just want to say, true to your word, you leap up, run over to Trapper, and smack his ass hard. Oh yeah, we played Truth or Dare with Wraith. I was supposed to smack Trapper's ass. You walk back to your seat, smiling at Wraith. He stifles a giggle. I don't know what just happened, but I did not like it. Guys, Trapper likes being spanked, confirmed. Anyways, yeah, I spent some time with Wraith today. Ooh, I'm not gonna mention Hatch. I had a great time. It was a blast. We had a great time and played cornhole. I won't tell you who won, but we both did in a way. Everyone rolls their eyes. Talk about sexy. No, really, if you're gonna tell us a story, talk about something sexy instead of whatever that was. Wraith smiles. You're strangely good at getting him to do that. Dwight and Claudette bring out dinner. Everyone eats in silence. No one trusts anyone now, and they are all very tired. Oh wait, no, sorry. That's a dreary supernatural horror thriller set in Antarctica, not a charming parody dating sim set in an undisclosed tropical paradise. I wonder if we're ever gonna get this as a map, by the way, in the game. Bony appetite. Don't you mean bone? No, almost everything we serve has a lot of bones in it, even the vegetables. Impossible to avoid on this island. Everyone eats without speaking. Tensions are rising, both of the sexual and deadly variety. When everyone finishes, Dwight and Claudette come back to clean up the table. They linger around you as they pick up your plate, take your napkin, and dust crumbs off the table. What would you like to say to the servants? Age I don't thank them. Your top-notch service is much appreciated. Everyone, if you would please be so kind as to follow us to the fire pit. We'd greatly appreciate it. We've been told something big is going to happen. Something that will change everything. I just love Dwight's shorts. I want these to be cosmetics in the game. You can go willingly or you can go unwillingly. You have no choice, tough cookies. Did you have a choice on how you said that, dweeb? Yes, and I immediately regret how I did. Dwight was also making me ponder. Look at his thighs. My man looks like he plays tennis, and I'm into it. Let me string his racket. Good. Something needs to change around here. Fire is rebirth. Oh, you want to talk about crushing your head? There's Huntress. Fire illuminates the soul. I hope the fire isn't too smoky. Smoke hurts my eyes. I have pretty sensitive eyes. I'm also horribly afraid of it. The fire, I mean, not my eyes. Because of childhood trauma involving fire. Okay, dude, chill. I'm not a therapist. And finally, everyone starts moving toward the fire pit, if only to get away from Wraith's complaining. You take a seat on a comfortable log, feeling the fire's heat against your skin, and wait for other killers to take their places, wondering who will want to tell a story this time. Will narrator tell a story? I bet they've got a stunningly creative mind. Hey, you think. Are they allowed to simply place thoughts in my mind like this? Doesn't seem fair. Hunters and Trapper make you... Me too, bestie. Everyone makes their way in, but something unexpected happens. Nothing. Nothing happens. Something almost always seems to be happening here, so nothing is probably not a great sign. Oh, cool, and now everyone is looking at you. So, you know, do something.
There's no water.
Yeah!
I'm trying to tell you, we've gotta get out of here.
Alright, all you thirsty bitches, 6 redeemed hydrate. Everyone take a drink. Hydrate before you dehydrate. Should I pick someone to tell a story? Or we could play charades, Boggle. I love Boggle. It's one of my favorite games. Well, we were actually thinking, why don't you tell us a story? Wraith points his spine and skull staff thingamajig at you. You duck out of its way. Who knows what that thing can do? Probably shoots lasers. Thirsty in more ways than one, let's just say that. Oh, I know. Try not to bore us. We're just very interested in you. Don't speak for me, Huntress. Spirit does not like me. Now you can't tell if you're warm from the fire or if it's your nerves heating up. I know that the fire is right here, but maybe if we stop talking about it all the time, we can start to pretend it's not here and doesn't, you know, threaten to burn us all alive. He's not supposed to hear me. Get out of here, Wraith. Deenoh is about to make an important decision about telling a story or not. I'll tell a story. Sure, I'm game to tell a story. I hope it's a mystery.
Trickster!
Look at him! Look at him! Okay. So what type of story do you want to tell? Adventure. Alright. You like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson movies? How about some adventure? Now we're talking. It's not my favorite, but I respect your choice and will nod politely. You don't have to say that, Wraith, just nod politely. Okay, ready? Here goes. I really like to go fishing. Solid hobby, great foundation for a story for sure. You pause. Everyone is waiting with bated breath. No pun intended. Oh wait, that's it? Not much of a story. Barely even a thought. My pun was better than that story. You sure that's all you have to say? No, I was just kidding. Twinkster has entered the- Twinkster has been here. He tried to poison me with coffee the last time I saw him. So what type of story do you want to tell? A personal story. I want them to know me. I'll get a little personal now if that's okay. Those type of tales are the best and often the most sad. You're on your knees right now. It's a bit of a love story. Is it about two strong hunters who meet when they both try to bludgeon the same wily wolverine? Or about a deranged killer who makes the only woman who ever believed him witness a display of shocking violence? Not quite. It's about my parents. They met at a party in college. He was hosting. She'd been dragged there by some friends. Oh. He just leaves. They couldn't have been more different, and yet, as the night went on, they were drawn to each other. She made fun of his taste in music, and he took an interest in her major, women's studies. They were married within 2 months. Holy shit! Oh my god. Are they Mormon? Did they go to like a Christian college, ring by spring type shit? It's soon to know if you can trust someone, don't you think? It's so sweet. Oh, Wraith loves it. We're definitely getting Wraith. Exactly. I learned a lot about love from them. If you know, you know. Some people don't need years to get acquainted with someone. Love could spark from a look across a campfire. Now you've got their attention. Each killer is furiously attempting to catch your eye from across the fire pit. It's quite alarming, actually. Except for Trickster, who has headphones in and is loudly playing his own music to drown you out. Okay, that was not a very good story. I don't mean to insult you, but it was actually quite bad. Sorry, but this narrator keeps it real. We can't just end there. So who else would you like to hear a story from tonight? You look from killer to killer, trying to decide who might be the most entertaining. Let's hear Trapper's story. Everyone else can have me, including the ocean and narrator. Trapper surprises everyone by immediately stepping up and unironically taking an orator's posture. I can read. Fuck. There was a young man who loved his young wife, and the child they had gave the lovebirds a happy life. But one day the couple went out for a swim. Mother didn't return. The boy only had him. Some said the currents took her away, yet others said different, pointed the husband's way. For the young man was fearless, cunning, and smart, and he had many goals, both grand and bold. Easier, they'd say, done with a fresh start. A wife with her own dreams wouldn't help him at all. Lucky for him, hers drowned in the streams. Neighbors only whispered, though, of a crime so great, for no one ever accused him, lest they meet the same fate. Imagine the ocean as a valley girl for some reason. I can try it to, if I remember, I'll do a valley girl voice for the ocean. That was different. How do you react to this performance? Hurrah! You stand and clap loudly. Trickster takes out an air horn and blasts it. Quiet! Trapper is disgusted by your display of joy. Aww. Poetry is meant to be perceived internally, not enjoyed. Anyone else exhausted trying to keep up with what makes these killers happy? How was Storytime? A lot of people like to take pot shots at sequels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up. When you think it's the end, the sequel is almost never as rewarding as the original. That's why I'm much more a fan of the episodic style of storytelling. Knowing it's a series takes a lot of pressure off any individual installment and builds a greater sense of community between audience and creator. Tell me, Deenoh, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Don't answer that. We don't actually care. We're just here to make sure that we seamlessly move on to the next segment of the evening. God forbid my small talk get in the way of a romantic twilight moment. Dwight, I'm gonna need you to shut your yap trap. You know what? You know that we need to get back to that thing we do whenever we're not on screen. Okay. You have fun tonight and try not to, wink wink, end up dead. Why did you say the words wink wink out loud, and what kind of double entendre are you getting at with the end up dead thing? Dwight is physically incapable of winking. Canon. By the way, guys, I take everything in this game as canon. I just want you to know that. Not since the accident. And you do know that all of these people are despicable criminals with double-digit kill counts, right? Well, except for Spirit. She really doesn't belong here. She's strictly a victim, not a perpetrator. No wonder she's pissed. Did I hear someone trash-talking Spirit? Deal me in. Wow! Thank you for the love, Six. What did you say? Or what do you say we take this talk to the hot tub so I can soak this bod while I roast that ghost with some killer hot takes? Please, enough talk of burns. Things that are lit or getting blazed. It's enough that these activities have to be set next to a literal fire. Must I be surrounded by figurative flames as well? What if we turned and ran as far away from this place as we could, just you and me? On those spindly legs, you'd probably tire before you got too far. If it's running away to someplace more secluded Deenoh is after, they should obviously join me. Have you seen these legs? Pure power. Not that my walk speed really reflects my giant stature, but that's because I choose to move slowly for stealthy reasons. It's my own choice and it's completely logical. Why is everyone so obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama? I'm so over all that. Don't you get it? Society wants to trick you into fighting with each other so that corporations can swoop in and sell you fake solutions to all your fabricated problems. I'll be sitting in the shade and drinking something locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their game anymore. It's like she's actively trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on, or just me? What? Hello? Turn this down for a second. Trapper. Trapper is into spirit? Despite Trapper's insatiable appetite, it seems his attention, along with the attention of everyone else, is still on you for the moment. He just said spirit turned him on, right? I mean, I did just say I'm taking everything in this game as canon. If you could, I don't know, just pick one of us, maybe we could all move on with our lives, or, you know, some special projects we might have going. You heard him. Who will it be? Who will you head off with for an evening activity? I'm just saying, you may not get a ton of chances to date around like this before your time on Murderer's Island comes to a close. Thank you for the sparkles. And no, I'm not satisfied with that name either, but with this streaming reality TV dating show boom happening, it's pretty much all that wasn't taken. Which killer will you pick? And yes, we're back to excluding Trickster because, ugh, that guy.